Alright lads, today I'm going to be going over the Operation Winter event and giving you my opinion on the best way to go about getting the stars. So what is Operation Winter? Unlike the Summer Warfare event, which consists of you building a vehicle, the Winter event typically runs for around 3 weeks, in this case from around the 18th of December until the 11th of January. It consists of you having to complete 3 out of 5 challenges in order to earn a star. So why would you even bother doing this event? Well, you get 3 vehicles. Let's take a look at them. You can see that we have 6 in total, 2 for the air challenges, 2 for the tank challenges, and finally 2 for the naval challenges. The first row consists of low tier premium vehicles. These are the RO-57, an Italian attacker, the EVR-75, a French light tank, and the Type K8, a Japanese sub-chaser. As I said, these vehicles are premiums, whereas the last 3 vehicles are not. This means the final 3 vehicles will come fully stock, and you'll have to grind them out to unlock their full potential. The first of the latter vehicles is a MiG-21 PFM, a Soviet top-tier fighter armed with air-to-ground missiles. The Class 3P, a prototype of the British Roycat, which for some reason is in the German tech tree. And finally, you can get the USS Baltimore, an American heavy cruiser which should boast impressive anti-aircraft firepower. Apart from these vehicles, you can also get other smaller items such as decals and decorations. So how do we unlock these vehicles? If you take a look at the star chart, as I'm calling it, you can see that we have 3 distinct columns, one for ships, planes and tanks. This shows you the amount of stars you'll need to earn in order to unlock the rewards, with all of the low tier premiums requiring 5 stars from their respective trees, and all of the high tier event vehicles requiring 10 stars from their trees. So how do we earn these stars? Well, I mentioned earlier that there are 3 separate unlock trees, and there is also 3 separate sets of challenges for each type of vehicle. It's important to remember that for the plane and the tank challenges, they must be completed while using a vehicle which is rank 3 or higher, and in naval, it is rank 2 and higher. We'll start with the pilot stars. As I mentioned earlier, you can see that there are 5 challenges in total, and you must complete any 3 out of the 5 challenges to earn a star. Alternatively, you can purchase a star with Golden Eagles. For the pilot star, the challenges are as follows. Kill 40 enemies in arcade battles, or 20 enemies in realistic and simulator battles. Win 9 battles with a 60% activity rate or higher. Drop 10 tons of TNT on an enemy base in total. Destroy 12 enemies in a single game of arcade battles, or 4 enemies in a single game of realistic, or 2 enemies in a single game of simulator battles. And finally, achieve 10 assists. To be completely honest, for the average player, getting the kills, wins and 10 tons of bomb damage will be the best way of getting the pilot star. If you are a good player, then going for the 4 kills in a single life does speed things up considerably. For the 20 kills challenge, I'd choose a plane that you feel comfortable in. I'd avoid top tier as much as possible. A good powerful plane like the Swedish J21A1, or if you have the premium German Thunderbolt, that is also a brilliant choice. You ideally want a plane in a nation with a high win rate, which allows you to grind the kills and wins at the same time. So I'd be looking at playing planes of rank 3 or higher in the nations of say Germany, Japan or Sweden. For the 10-ton bomb challenge, this can be done many ways, with the quickest probably being the 9.0 jets. Attackers such as the A4B and the V2 French bombers get a lot of bombs and air spawn, which makes them great for rushing mini bases at the start of their realistic battles. You could also pretty much just take out any bomber you'd like, but you are usually intercepted before reaching the target if you try and complete this task in an early bomber, such as the American B-17. Again, try and choose a vehicle with an air spawn, a high bomb load, and from a nation with a high win rate. Again, helping you to grind out the 9-win challenge. Good examples of this would be the IL-28s, the TU-4 if you don't mind wasting a bit of money, and some premiums such as the German Ju-288. The challenge to get assists is pretty hard in my opinion, as it relies on your teammates to help you, so I would avoid this one completely. It's also worth noting that you can grind out the point kills in ground realistic. If you die in a tank and then spawn in a P-47 for example, bomb some weeraboos, that will count towards your 20 realistic kills. So you may want to grind out the tanker stars first, as any kills you get in ground realistic in a plane will count towards this challenge. Overall, the challenges for the pilot stars aren't really that hard, they will just take a long time to complete. But if you're a long time player of War Thunder, then I guess you're already used to the grind. Next we'll cover the tanker stars, and just like the pilot stars, there are 5 challenges in total. You must complete any 3 out of the 5 challenges to earn a star. Alternatively, you can purchase a star with Golden Eagles. For the tank stars, the challenges are as follows. Destroy 50 enemies in any game mode, win 11 battles with an activity percentage of 70% or higher, capture 15 cap circles with a tank or helicopter, destroy 12 enemies in a single arcade battle, or 6 enemies in a single battle of ground realistic or simulator battles, and finally, get 25 assists. Again, just like the pilot stars, for casual players, getting the kills, cap circles and wins will be the easiest way of grinding out this challenge. One important thing to note is that the challenge to get 6 kills in a realistic battle isn't 6 kills in a single life. If you spawn 3 tanks and get 2 kills each life, you will still complete this challenge. Again, this challenge does not mean get a 6 kill streak in a single tank spawn, so you're better getting right into the thick of a battle instead of camping and trying not to die. The challenges for tanky stars are pretty straightforward, so instead of explaining to you how to get a kill or win, I'm just going to share my favourite lineups with you. First up is the good old American 5.7 lineup, consisting of the Hellcat, which is fast and powerful, allowing you to grind out the cap circle challenge, as well as getting a few cheeky kills along the way. With the Hellcat, you can also bring out a couple of extra highly capable tanks such as the Sherman HVSS and the HEM-36 Jackson, as well as a few good premiums if you have them. Next up is the Italian Battle Rating 8.0 lineup, consisting of the premium Orbital HVG, the Tech Tree Centauro, and then just a medley of the Italian Pasta Boys. All of these are fast, pretty lethal, and generally just annoying little bastards to kill. You could alternatively take out the Italian Hellcat, as well as the most under-tiered vehicle in the game, the R3T20. But for me, the lineup I'll be using most of all is the Battle Rating 9.0 to 9.3 German lineup. Basically god tier tanks and planes right here, consisting of the incredibly fast Radkampfwagen for those early game cap circles, the medley of Leopard 1 variants for kills, as well as the infamous G91R3 for close air support. Getting over 6 kills a game with this lineup is pretty much the norm, and isn't much of a challenge. This is by far the strongest lineup in the game at the minute, with nothing coming close to it, apart from maybe the 10.7 German lineup with the Leopard 2A6. If you are a decent player, try and get the 6 kill challenge complete first, and then focus on getting the capture point challenge completed next, and then finally focus on getting the 50 kills. The reason to focus this last is you will naturally get kills from playing the game. If you can't get the 6 kills in a game challenge, as I said, just go for the wins, don't even bother with the assists. And finally, we come on to the Naval Challenges. Again, there are 5 challenges in total. You must complete any 3 out of the 5 to earn a star. Alternatively, you can purchase the star with Golden Eagles. For Naval, the challenges must be completed on a rank 2 or higher vessel from either the Blue Water or Coastal Water Tech Trees. The challenges are as follows. Cause 30,000 points of damage whilst controlling a naval vessel, winning 9 battles with an activity percentage of 50% or higher, capturing 7 cap circles, destroying 5 enemies in total with torpedoes, either ship launched or aircraft launched, and finally, taking first place in any naval game mode. Due to the nature of naval matches, I don't think these challenges are particularly hard. If you have access to any high tier coastal vessels, such as the Soviet PR-206 or German Jaguar, then getting both kills and caps is relatively straightforward. I personally would up tier these coastal vessels up to 5.7 or 6.0 if you can, where the majority of players spawn in big battleships far away from the small boat spawn. This will allow you to pretty quickly get the 7 cap circle captures and maybe pick up a few thousand damage points while you're at it. I would definitely focus on the cap circles first, as you will get wins and damage points along the way. Hopefully with you capping so much, you might even be able to get the first place on the team as well. This leaves you with just 1 challenge left. Surprisingly, causing 30,000 points of damage isn't hard really. It's actually easier to do this again in coastal vessels. However, do not up tier yourself here. Stay at the lower battle ratings, where everyone else will be in PT boats. You get damage points primarily from killing other players. Hitting an enemy will give you a few damage points, but the bulk of said damage points will only be received upon killing an enemy. So playing at low tiers, where everyone dies in a few hits, is much more efficient than playing at top tier, where you will have to hit enemy cruisers with a lot of rounds to take them down. The only challenge I haven't covered so far is the 5 torpedo kills. Personally, I'm not too good with torpedoes, so I won't be doing this challenge myself. However, as you can complete this using aeroplanes, some good choices would be the American AM-1 Mauler or the British Wyvern. This is 5 kills in total from torpedoes, not 5 kills in a single match with torpedoes. Now, just like the tanks, I'll now go over a few lineups. For the Cap Circle Challenge, I will be using the Soviet PR-206 and up-tiering it to 6.0, alongside the Soviet battleships and late war light cruisers. I am perfectly aware that most people will not have access to these ships. Luckily for us, as I said, you only need a rank 2 vehicle or higher, so grab yourself pretty much any rank 2 PT boat and go to town. Good examples of these are the American 110 foot SC-497, the German VS-10, the Soviet PR-206 which we've already covered, the British Dark Class or Thermal series of ships, the Japanese PGO-2, and the Italian Spaviero. All of these ships are fast, lethal, and have pretty decent backups. After completing the Cap Circle Challenge, you'll want to be getting wins and damage. For this part, I will be playing 6.0 battleships, but a great alternative are battle rating 4.3 destroyers, with the British and German tech trees having the most powerful 4.3 lineups. Being British myself, I obviously main the British tech tree, and the 4.3 destroyers Britain gets access to are very powerful. You can take out 2 premiums if you have them, as well as both battle class destroyers, as well as the Wyvern for the torpedo challenge. Again, just like the planes and the tanks, choose a naval vessel which you feel comfortable using. Well, that pretty much covers everything, lads. Hopefully I will be getting test drives from Gaijin for all the vehicles coming this event, so subscribe to my channel so you don't miss those reviews. Remember, the point of playing War Thunder is to have fun. If you find yourself getting stressed or frustrated, just go and take a break. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. We have a nice community here, and if I miss your comment, I'm sure one of the great lads will reply for me. Once again, thank you very much for watching, lads, and I hope you have a great day.